Hmm. So, I have something I want to talk about on this video, which um, I've observed that most Peugeot users lack knowledge of, especially in this, you could say, hard time in the world. In terms of, well, when I mean hard time, I'm referring to cost of fuel, be it petrol, diesel, gas, PMS. So, that's what I'm referring to. So, before I go into the main subject of this video, so something I want to announce. Um, I've decided to introduce something on this channel, more like innovation. So I've decided to have, if I've ended up monetizing this this channel. so so what that means is I can earn money by publishing videos. So because of that, so I decided to, right, instead of doing all this private consultation on podcast, where that's when you contact me privately, you pay certain amounts, I respond to it. Instead of doing that, or in addition, instead of going to all these comment or questions on the YouTube channel and respond, doing a video response to those questions. So I think what I'll be doing now, or what I've decided to start doing, is to start doing something like a live stream. A live stream where um, anyone interested that have any question or comment you want me to attend to or respond to, or an advice on Peugeot vehicles, seek an expert advice. So you can still, I always still put my contact number, especially the WhatsApp, Telegram chat line, so that you can contact me there. Then then I will give you, we'll arrange when I'll be available so that both of us will come online. I'll probably send you a link so I can join as a guest, and then we'll talk about it. Others probably will be watching as we are discussing whatever you want to talk about regarding Peugeot vehicles. Then after then, um, if we publish as well, even after the live stream, it still be published so that those who didn't participate in the live stream could still watch it after. I'm still looking at other options or other platform where it can be done, as in the live stream, or even if not a live stream, you can even do it privately, even still on YouTube. After which, I will not publish it, but you will still have to do it through YouTube or other platforms, social media platform. I'm looking at that. The videos can be recorded, video call, or yeah, could call a video call, can be recorded, um, or audio, then convert it um, to video, so that later I will publish mostly on the YouTube channel. I don't think there's need anymore for people to contact that privately and pay for me to respond. Since you watching the video here, I'm basically earning that money. So that's I think that's the innovation. However, there will be some rules. What I will not entertain in such videos is you calling to ask me, oh, how much is this part? Or please refer somebody, give me a contact of somebody uh, to buy parts from. No, I don't just go there. If you do that, that will be the end. I won't respond, and if you persist, I block your line. Like I've mentioned it, that these are services I only provide for people that pay this. consultation service or consultancy service fees. Those are the only people I give that kind of service. It's not because it's very clear. It's not like you don't know how much these things are, or even if you don't, you have your own market where you buy these things. But you want to, it's as if I'm your errand boy. You just pick up your phone and to call me to know how much. So I don't know you. It's not like you pay me for anything. Just somebody will just randomly call, hey, how much does this thing cost? So you be a man, go to the market and find out the prices of it, or you pay for that service so that I'll provide it for you. If you want a price of something, then you know, or if you want somebody, looking for somebody to fix your vehicle for you, and you're not ready to pay for my service, for me to have it handled for you. Um, Somebody you could bypass from, and you are expecting me to be the one to refer you to the person. It's not like if you cannot go to the market and buy it yourself, but because whoever contact I will have is somebody that has some credibility. So you rather get it, such a person, get that pass from someone I recommend. There's nothing wrong with that, but like I said, such services are those that paid for it. So if you know you can't pay for it, there's nothing wrong. I don't have any issue with that. But don't demand or come with this feminine attitude. All this stupid entitlement people feel like you're entitled to my knowledge or what I labored for to acquire. So please don't come with that. If you want such things, just genuinely have like a genuine discussion concerning Peugeot cars. You want to talk about a particular brand, you are seeking advice on not a brand, a model. You want to seek advice on a particular model, or you're having issue with a particular model, or whatever I want to talk us, concerning Peugeot cars. I don't want to delve into other Stellantis models or brands because I'm more familiar, even though I also understand some Citroen vehicles, but I'm more familiar with Peugeot. Because you might mention Citroen, yes, I might know the engine models there, but I might not be able to understand the electrical system that works in that vehicle. So I would rather, focus and give you the expert advice or share the knowledge I have with you concerning project that I'm more familiar with. Okay, so that aside, so let's go into the reason why I'm doing this video. Okay, before so for now, I've not. It's most likely. I'm talking about this live stream, um, thing. It might be weekends. I don't know, Saturday, Sunday, or it could be in the evening time. When I'm done with my weekly work. So I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. But something I want to start doing most likely this week. Um, so it all depends. Well, like I said, it's when you contact me, they will figure it out. Like when we both have time, so that we'll come online and discuss that. It could be live, like everybody will be seeing it, or it could be just a recorded video. After then, I'll publish it. If you are not comfortable, for YouTube, I know you can actually use a thumbnail for your picture without showing yourself, and the other platforms. So I'm going to look at all the options so that we'll now know which one you probably will prefer or will be better for this. But like I said, it has to be recorded and published after. So you can contact me after this. I'm going to put my chat line. No phone calls, please. No phone calls. It's only chat, Telegram, WhatsApp, then email. You can also contact me there, so I will discuss that. So it's all about fuel consumption with regards to Peugeot models who are interested in or already have. So like I said, these days almost the whole world with what is happening now everywhere. What is happening in Europe, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, And the current, the one that just popped up, the Middle East, Israel and Palestine. Is it Gaza? Yeah, Palestine. Yeah. So these are kind of affecting uh, energy. By energy, I mean fuel. Yes. If you are not aware, I mean, the only people that will not experience that are countries that actually have these crude oils in their own country. You know, they drain it out and refine and sell, even if they want to export. But they have, the wise ones, not like Nigeria that's behaving like I don't even know. This you have these particular resources is in your country. Yeah, you cannot extract it and refine and sell in your country. You have to depend. So as long as you are buying from outside, it's going to affect everyone, whether you're in Europe, Asia, anything is affecting. Some countries that have the good deals with the countries that actually have these commodities, yeah, they are getting better deals. So the crude oil is not that expensive for them. So they can see is buy and refine and sell, if not cheaper than before this conflict started. So, but we are here. We find ourselves where we are. So in that case, you find yourself spending more on fueling your vehicle. Like I said, it could be petrol, it could be um, diesel, you know. Um, so I mean, even in Europe or everything, even it goes beyond even this petrol and diesel, because they also affect the other source of energies. So even if you have an electric vehicle, you are now being charged to pay higher to charge your vehicle than you used to before this the state of whatever is happening in Europe and Middle East started. So it's affecting everybody. It doesn't matter of whether I have electric car. No, you probably even spending more than people say using petrol or diesel vehicles. So um so one of the things that can actually help to reduce this fuel consumption is the overall weight of your vehicle. That's one thing I realize people don't actually understand about cars. Weight of your car determines a lot how much fuel the car consumes. Your weight of your vehicle. So this is like, okay, it's not like two ways now. So the first, if you already have a car, and then if you're about to buy a car, or you're considering to buy a car, you have few cars in mind, or you have a particular car in mind you are pursuing. So you this video will actually help you when you pay attention and listen to whatever I'm going to explain. For those who are not aware of what the information I want to share already, the weight of every vehicle determines how much the car will consume. The only thing you could say is, depending on the age of the car, what I mean age, the kind of technology that the car was produced with. Yeah, you could see that say age, because in the 60s, in the 70s, cars were produced that time. The kind of technology used at that time to produce these vehicles. Um, you could say, in as much as fuel economy was factored in, but not as much as today. So you can't say for a fact that cars produced in the 60s will consume less than the one produced today, given same engine size or power. So there have been a lot of improvement from back then till today to reduce fuel consumption, even with higher power of the previous models or similar vehicle sizes or engine sizes. So you have to look at the weight on your car. So let's put it for those who already have their cars and have no plans to change these cars, and yet the fuel prices are going up basically every day. Look at what you on average, the kind of luggage, loads, items, passengers you carry daily on your car. It's mostly, I mean, if you want to have an improvement on fuel economy of your car, you have to most likely reduce the load on your car. Because we do take these things for granted, you know. What does your boot looks like? Is it filled up? See, I'm not claiming here holier than thou. Trust me, because I could tell you what I'm telling you now is also what I'm doing. Like, you need to see my boot, usually loaded. I know it's affecting or it's increasing fuel consumption on the vehicle, but I still chose to use them. I will explain later. But my point is, there are people who actually don't need your boots to have all these things that you don't really need on that vehicle at that time. You carrying or you don't mind all the time carrying um passengers in the vehicle. When I mean passengers, some will assume I'm talking about commercial. No, it's not about using your car commercial. I'm like carrying people unnecessary on your car. Unless maybe your family members or your close friends. And some people, they just always want to play this charity thing. They feel bad when when they are alone in their car driving and they see people waiting for to to enter a public transport. Oh, they want to carry them because they feel it's bad. It's inhuman to drive empty or only you in the car when people who don't have a car or at least at that moment are there, for you to give them lift. No, it goes beyond that. At least if you want to do it fine, but understand how much it's costing you to do that charity. Because to you, you feel that, but there's nothing is costing you just to give the person. No, it costs you more. Load. The more weight, the more stuff you put inside your car, increasing the load on that vehicle or increasing the weight of the car, the more your engine struggles to propel the vehicle. The more it struggles, the more it needs more fuel to be able to increase that energy to do that work. I'll give you one analogy, which is even why I'm using this thumbnail. What the picture you are looking at in this video. What you could see on this video, aside the 505, the other three vehicles are 406, 407 Coupe, and the 607, the Z9. Now these vehicles have, in fact, all these the four cars they have V6 engine, but I'll skip. Let's remove the 505 in the picture because it's not the same. The design is different from this other three. Let me put in another words or simpler words. The 406, 407, and the 607 have the same engine. Same engine. Yes, same but not identical. But what I mean is basically same engine. I'll come to why they are not identical later, but same engine. But guess what? One consumes less fuel than the other two. Same engine, same transmission. Yeah, you could say the 406 is 5-speed manual transmission, while this 407 and the 6-speed and the 607 Z9, they are both 6-speed manual transmission. But the reason why I'm telling you this is not it's because of only the 6-speed manual. No, there was a time both of these 407 and 607 had 5-speed manual gearbox. The same gearbox in the 607, no, in the 406. So what I'm telling you is, I'm telling you, as authoritatively as someone who have used these vehicles with same engine, same transmission before they even got the 6-speed manual transmission. So I can tell you, I know their fuel consumption, whether with the 5-speed or the 6-speed or even with the automatic. Originally, the 407 and the 607 had automatic transmissions. Then from automatic, I swap in the 5-speed manual. Then for 5-speed, I now swap in the 6-speed. So I want you to understand. Not really swap. It's conversion because none of them. None of the conversion was our project was plug and play. Was I mean, it's a long story. I don't want to get into it. So same engine, same transmission. However, the 406 consume less than 407 and 607. Why? Weight. The funny thing, the 607 and the 407, like I said, it's same engine in 406, but not identical. So in other words, the 406 on ES9J4S, the 407 and the 607. No, the 406 ES9J4S, the 407 and 607 ES9A. So what Peugeot did was, it's same engine actually, but what they now did was they improved on the cylinder head of the ES9A, so the one in 407 and 607. So they improved on it, tweaked as the camshaft, the engine management, increased the power. So actually, the engine in 406, in 407 and 407, no, the engine in 407 and 607 it's one engine, so it has more power than that of the 607. In 406, it has more power. But guess what? Even though the 406 has less power than this other two, 406 is faster. Why? The weight. Now, I want to see, it's only, if you're a man watching this video, your logical mind should be at work. So that's why I'm breaking it down, making it easier for you to understand. Weight. It's not as if 406 has better aerodynamics than the other two. I honestly don't think that is the case, as in that it has better aerodynamics. I'm not saying the aerodynamics is bad or worse than the other two, but I don't think it has anything to do with less fuel consumption or speed. That's why it's faster or consume less. No. Reason being, weight. It has lesser weight than the other two. It weighs less more than the other two, even though it even has less power. So, in other words, if you take the engine in 407, that V6 engine in 407, and mount in 406, and swapping the injection system of that engine from 407 to 406, guess what is going to happen? The 406 with that 407 engine will even make the 406 become faster than the currently the car is. To make it much faster. And funny thing is, it will even consume at least the same amount of fuel it consumes right now with the normal engine in the vehicle. It consumes the same amount or even less than it actually consumes now. If you swap in the 407 and the 407 engine and that of the engine management, because you have to, the only way for that engine to work in 406 is to put the engine management from the 407. It can't work with 406 engine management. 406 engine management cannot work with the ES9A from 407. It can't. So for those that I'm referring to these two in the V6 engine, I'm not talking about EW engine or anything. Those ones, especially the 10.7, they're basically same power. So is the weight. Now, when we talk about the weight, you could be saying, okay, it's the body, it's only the body that makes it heavier. No, it's a accumulation of everything on that vehicle. The bolt, the pin, the nut, the waterproof, the this, the that, the seat, the dashboard, the window, the windscreen, the headlight, the bulb, everything, the tire, the hub, the rim, the brake pad, everything you see on that vehicle up to the ground where the tire is touching the ground is what contributes or what determines the weight of that vehicle. So, the reason why I'm bringing this up because I see a lot of people, sometimes they complain, why is my car consuming more than this other person car? Yet everything in my engine is working well. Everything, the car is not giving me any warning sign, no shake light, nothing. Nothing is off on the engine management, nothing. Everything, the braking system, the cooling system, everything is working well. But why is the consumption more than my colleague own um, that have the same condition of everything on the vehicle? As in, there's no issue. Yet mine, same engine, same transmission, it still consume, same model of the car, same injection system, yet it still consume more. Those are the things you need to start looking at. Look at your tires, how fat it is. Look at the other person's own. It might not even be that it's fatter or one is shorter. Look at the speed rating. Do you have winter tires on your car? If you put winter tires on your car, it will consume more fuel. I mean, especially if you drive in a country, in a place like Nigeria with winter tires. It will consume more fuel. The tires are meant to consume fuel more than the others. So what are you running the car with? What's the weight of the tires? Is it the factory recommended? Because when they were producing the car, designing everything, they know, okay, if you use this size of the tires on this car, then you are expected to achieve so and so amount of fuel given this distance. Your vehicle will consume this list of amount of fuel given this distance. All things being equal, like if you maintain, see, when they are saying cab weight, they are actually considering or factored in driver, the weight of the driver, average weight of an adult driver, that probably you could say maybe 80 kg, 85 kg, who knows. So the driver is factored in, but without passengers. So when you start adding all these things, you open your boot, your boot is fully loaded all the time with heavy items. Every time you are going to work, you are coming back from work, you're always carrying people, up to 4 people or 5 people at the back, 2 more people in the front. So making it about, who knows, 9 people, who know, I mean, I don't even know. You carry, you put see, everything you are introducing, even gadgets you are introducing on your car, anything you are is adding weight on that car. So you are adding more weight, is increasing the fuel consumption. The difference then is the degree of the consumption. Sometimes it could be so insignificant that you might not tell much the difference. Even if you could tell, it may not make much sense to say, okay, oh, is it because of maybe just a little different that I won't be carrying what I'm carrying? For example, if you're a family person, you won't say, oh, because additional extra 2 liters is consuming more than it should, that I should not carry my family members that, I mean, I bought this car for them anyway, to be, so why shouldn't I carry them? So it's not what matters I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is unnecessary things you do, you add to your vehicle not knowing that you actually causing the expenses. Probably mistakenly, you could say. Some even, I don't know, out of, I won't call it carelessness because I don't know, to impress other people, to be Mr. Nice Guy. Actually, out of ignorance, because if probably this is the first time you're hearing that the more load you carry on your car, the more it consumes fuel. So I'll call it out of ignorance. But some will still do it out of Mr. Nice Guy because even after, as you are listening to this, you will still be saying, oh, you have to be a wicked man not to carry people you see, not necessarily standard, just so that people will say, oh, he's a very nice man. He's always giving people lift. So that's how he's saying it. Or even if, yeah, it will cost me more fuel. I don't have any problem with that. I mean, anybody that have issue with you helping other people, that person he have a big problem. Person has a problem. But two things are involved. At least understand that it's not just that sitting inside your car. That's the only thing. No, you are also spending helping them. That's just understand that so that you, in other words, you appreciate the value of the help you are providing. So you know that the value is higher than what you think. That charity you are doing because you are also spending, not just that you are not spending already. You have already purchased fuel, so it's the same amount of fuel that it will take you alone to your destination that it will consume. Even if they join, well, even when they join, no, it will consume more. Or at least if you now understand that, okay, oh, this is what it is, man. This my colleague that always talking behind me, talking nonsense, or they are always disrespecting me. I can as well start carrying him since he doesn't even value what I'm even doing for him. So let him track and understand how he feels. Yeah, you could be a wicked man doing that. But I mean, if somebody doesn't value or appreciate you, you'll be a stupid man to keep doing. Yeah, family, yeah, I understand. You love, you love. There's nothing you can do. That's when it comes to family, it's unconditional love. Well, I'm talking about between parents and child. When it comes to between two parents, that's a different ball game. Because in those cases, we don't usually don't talk about unconditional love. It's people usually tell themselves all these things to cope. But I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, when you love someone, you love the person unconditionally. Your child, you can't say, even if you have to borrow money to fuel your car to carry your child, I mean, you are doing it basically for you. Men also have, it doesn't even matter because men always have that biological instinct to provide for their family, be it the spouse or the children, irrespective of how disrespectful maybe the spouse is to him. How the wife can, yeah, no women, they can actually be very disrespectful sometimes. Not saying yours is, I'm just saying I'm not blind. Maybe I'm more, maybe I'm blind, so I see things. So, you do what you do, it feels good to do some of these things because, like I said, biologically, we are wired to provide, want to provide, you know. So at least you have this understanding, but so that if if you are doing it, you understand, okay, yeah, this is how much I'm doing. And if it's for a loved one, you feel good even more doing that, knowing that, I mean, but then for those ones that don't really matter, you don't need to do those things, at least you understand. So if somebody is saying, hey, I beg, if you are coming from so and so place, if you are passing this way, please go and carry 2 kg. No, what I mean, 250 kg bag of rice for me, please. Oh, go and carry 2 or 3 bags of cement for me, please. As you are passing this to, and when you come back, oh, thank you. Like, come on, do you know how much how much that 100 kg consumed for simply for carrying those two things? I know I only want people to understand. Likewise, when you want to modify your car, you need to also know if whatever you are putting, if it's heavier than what was there before, understand that it's going to reflect. Unless your modification will also have to go, you will modify the engine so that what are the added load you are. It's just like when you for those of us who drive like all these older Peugeot cars like 504, 505, 404. Most of them didn't come with AC from new. So if you want to put AC and the alternator there is still the old one, you can't use that old alternator because like 504, the average alternator capacity is it 35 or 40 amps or thereabouts. They can't power it can't power the AC system. So in that case, you need to increase the capacity at least minimum 50 amps. You could do 45, but me, I just leave it at minimum 50 amps. So especially the carburetor ones, not the EFI ones. If you are going for EFI 505 or so, no, you have to go beyond 50 amps because you have to power the electronic system, the fuel pump, this and that, I mean electric fuel pump. But when it comes to the carburetor, at least maximum 50 if you want to run the AC without it draining the battery. So I'm talking about, it's not about the fuel consumption in this case, but I'm saying you could see, okay, you've introduced something on the vehicle and realize that for the engine, the entire vehicle to be able to run well with what you've modified and introduced on that car, you need to also do something on the engine to be able to handle the modification you introduced, which has nothing to do with the engine. AC is not in the engine. Not the but it works with the engine. Not necessarily it doesn't work with the because it can run it without the engine. Some these days come with electric alternator, no electric compressor. So my point is a component on its own which you can connect for the engine to control, or which sometimes depend on the engine to work. Yeah, okay, you could say work with the engine, but my point is, it's not a must. It can or cannot, as long as you choose a mechanical one or you choose aftermarket like the electric ones. So, but for you to be able to use it, you have to modify the engine to handle it. So, like for example, if you introduce more load to the vehicle in terms of modification, uh, then probably you might choose, okay, maybe turbocharge the engine, or what's it called? Remap the engine ECU, or introduce some components on the ECU, on the vehicle, the engine, that will probably make it to have a little bit more power with the same fuel consumption. So that additional power you've introduced now will be able to carry that extra load without actually consuming more than it should, than when it has a lower power. So all these things I'm saying, so you need to understand. So for example, if you want to change a gearbox, maybe from manual to automatic, you have to understand that automatic gearboxes usually have more weight. So if you are removing the manual with lesser weight and put the automatic on, it's going to affect the fuel consumption. It might be very insignificant, but it will. Or you are changing your alloy rim, maybe it's 14. Or in fact, most times it could be stay wheel. But some engines, depending on the Peugeot model, they could produce, like some 406, they are produced to come with from new with stay wheel. So if manufacturer is saying to give you this fuel consumption, what they are saying is Like for example, let's say they say, oh, if you use this 406 with this engine, you'll get 46 or 47 miles per gallon, or 5.5 liters per kilometer. No, liters per 100 kilometers. 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Let's just say, I'm just giving just an assumption. I'm not saying what is that specify what you get, but something like that. Because of the factor in everything, including the stay weight, because stay weight is usually lighter than the alloy rims. So if you go and swap in the heavier alloy rim, and most times you end up using, because it now makes it fatter, so you have to now use a fatter tire, which most times are usually heavier than those thinner tires on the steel wheels. So what will happen is also going to increase the weight on the wheel. So stop looking at only what is inside the car, the body of the car, that's what actually makes up the weight of the car. No, everything from the the roof of the car down to the tire where it's touching the ground. All those things what contributes to the weight. So that's what the engine has to pull, propel, keep running. So, like I said, even me, in my own case, I find it hard sometimes to reduce the weight in in the boot, my cars, because as a technician, automobile technician, you know, I feel vulnerable going without tools. It's as simple as that. I just feel that vulnerable, like I don't feel comfortable because I'm that kind of person. Maybe other technicians might be different, but to me, I'm kind of person that want to have that confidence wherever I'm driving, irrespective of the distance. That even if this car breaks down anywhere, I can be able to get the car moving again without even going any other place. Right there, I will just figure it out. I have tools, and most times, depending on what breakdown, it might be some spare parts that I know I usually have that is expected that could break and stop the car from moving. So I will have that part and be able to change and continue. So so in other words, I feel more comfortable burning that additional fuel than feel vulnerable or comfortable driving without those my tools or few parts in my boot. And I don't see where I so it's to me it's more like part of risk resistance. Yeah, it's like between these two evil, which one am I more comfortable with? It's not like they are two, both are not the best options. But I think I'm willing. I feel I have more relief carrying this thing, burning more fuel than not having it at all. If you're not a technical person, you don't, but it means nothing to you because it's not like you're the one going to do the work. So why carrying this load in the boot? I don't see. I hope you understand. Maybe you won't understand me anyway. But like I say, most technicians with their own cars, they don't carry anything. Most likely, they keep their tools at the workshop or their home. Everything. This is who I am. I have cases where um I will be driving my fuel pump will fail. I remember my 406 one day. I drove all the way from town, Abuja town to um what's the name of this town? I'm trying to remember. Um okay, so it was kind of off. It's actually off Abuja city. So that road people usually take to when going to Kaduna as a town, you know. So I followed that path, and it was I funny enough, it was just to go and inspect a car for someone. So it was like got there, finished the inspection, entered my car, craned the engine, boom, it started and went off. I thought it was a joke. Started stalled. Woof, symptom of fuel pump issue. Right there, this was a car I drove as in, I mean, I'm trying to remember the name of this town because it's as if you are going to that town, it's like you are traveling. We are traveling outside Abuja. So where I got to was like the remote part of the place because it was on the highway going to Kaduna. So if I didn't have fuel, spare fuel pump and tools to remove this front, the seat, the rear seat, remove the fuel pump assembly, remove the pump itself, slot in another new one I had as spare, put it back. I mean, I probably may end up towing the vehicle, because it's not like somewhere, even to get a car from there to come back to the city. It's like, even if it was possible, I'll end up spending close to 6-7 hours to sort this issue out, because I don't have a tool. So it means I may end up trying to look for who can. Is there any mechanic? I don't think there will be like a workshop around that place. I have to wait until I can find a vehicle that I could enter and take me closer to town, where I could now find. I mean, so no, my point is, these are the instances where I don't feel, if like a technician, I feel very uncomfortable that I can't be able to fix my car right there. Something I know how to fix, but for some reason, because I chose not to burn more fuel, which I could afford anyway, so that I don't carry this extra load in the boot. You see? So that's the point. So it's just an instance. So I don't feel comfortable driving without having these tools that I know how to use. I know how to, so that is for me. So I'm willing for now, and at least maybe you get a point. I mean, okay, maybe let me risk it. So I have to empty my boot. But right now, I just feel very uncomfortable doing that. As in, like I say, I feel very vulnerable doing that, because it has also happened a case. It was my 607 driving somewhere. All of a sudden, the car went off. I drove to a gallop. The car went off. Checked the fuel pressure. Nothing came out. Guess what? Was the fuel pump too. I didn't have the spare. Funny enough, it was in another car. I always have a spare, but in that particular time, I think I removed it and put it in one of my cars. So when I drove the 7, I didn't remember to take it and put there. And also the tools. In other words, I took all the car. I didn't actually intend to use it that day, so I didn't transfer the tools from the other car to this with the spare fuel pump. I'm talking about my 607, the one you're looking at on this screen. See, it got a point. I just have to leave the car there till evening time, because it kind of. I was in between. Should I go and buy fuel pump? Which, even if I had to go, I had to spend close to 2,000 naira to where the car was, or more than, to go to the market to look for it. Then probably I have to go back home to get the tools. Or should I just go home and collect all those things? However, where I was going is going to mess up the entire day for me, as in, or should I just tow this car? Or eventually I ended up leaving it there. I just find people, they push it to somewhere that felt to be safer. I left it there, and eventually I came back much later in the evening. But had it been I had my pump, this would have taken me probably 30 minutes, so I will be done. So that's the thing. And what happened was, the fuel pump, the connector on the distance was shaking. So that shaking kind of affected it. It now burnt the connector, both the connector and the assembly. Not necessarily the assembly. It was just on the pump inside, not the it's an also see. So my point, I'm just giving you an instances where I chose for now to be having that extra load in the boot. But my case, I'm not complaining, because I understand, if I didn't have these things in my car, if I don't put all this extra load in the boot, my car will be consuming less. I want you guys to do this test for the doubting Thomas, because no matter what I say, some people will tell you, but I put one big tire in my car the other day, nothing was no difference. But I've been carrying 20 people in my car, and there has not been any difference when I didn't carry. I want to give you, just don't come back and give me results. Don't do it for yourself. That your car, that your Peugeot car, whatever car you drive. Remove everything in the boot, including the spare tire. I know it's against the law, but you could do it as a test. Remove everything in the boot, everything. Keep it empty inside the car. Don't carry any other person. Then what I'm saying is on the assumption that um okay, no, do this first. So okay, no, don't remove. Leave everything as it used to be. Your load you usually carry, whatever. Then, but only you in the car. So measure the amount of fuel. Maybe you could drive until the fuel light or empty tank when it comes up. Drive into a fuel station, buy maybe like 10 liters of fuel. You don't need to buy so much because it's a test you want to do. So buy the test, then on express, do it on highway, don't do it or expressway. You need to be a free road, don't do it inside the city. Drive, just keep driving until the low warning sign comes up, the low fuel warning, low level comes up. So in that case, maybe your tank, what will remain for you to come up will be maybe like 5 liters or so. So once it comes up, it means okay, what will remain in the tank will be approximately 5 liters. So what you now do is check, maybe if your car has this um, calculator for fuel consumption, which is basically like it's like you give you just average consumption, so which is more like an estimate per se. So check what you showed you that time. If it was 50 kilometers covered on the expressway before the line when it come up or something, or maybe you might not need to do the low level distance. So what you could do is just fill up your tank if you have to, and drive. Reset your trip meter. Do 100 kilometers and check how many fuel. Using maybe 90 kilometers per hour. Don't go beyond 100. Just maintain maybe 100 kilometers per hour. Just 100 or at least minimum 90 kilometers per hour. Maintain it as much as possible. Don't drive aggressively. Just make sure the road is free. There's no hold up. There's no. After 100 kilometers or 50 kilometers, stop. Check the average fuel consumption consumed if your car have that feature. Then remove everything in your boot. Remove as much as possible. Remove every load, whatever you have. Do the same drive, the same distance, same road condition, hill, downhill, level load, maintaining same speed. Check again how much fuel the average consumption you did on that same given distance, same road condition. No, if you want, put an AC, but if you are not going to use AC, then don't use AC too with the other tests without those loads. Then, if you have somebody after the second one, not whatever you found, you have somebody else that or somewhere you can borrow a stairway. If your car has let's assume 17 alloy rims on the four wheels, if you can find maybe like a 15 stairways, which you expect to come with thinner tires still, that you can borrow and it will fit on your car just for that test. Borrow it, remove your alloy rims, put it there, jack and mount it, do the same drive. In fact, I would suggest don't even use AC for all these tests you are doing. Do another maybe 50 or 100 kilometers just like you did, the same distance, same road, same vehicle speed. Don't push your car aggressively, just maintain, drive it, push the car before it gets to 3,000 RPM, increase, upshift until you get to the final speed or the last speed and maintain that at least 90 or 100 kilometers per hour until you cover the same distance you covered in the other distance. Now check the distance. You will see the difference. You will see the lesser the load. You will see the consumption will the consumption will be reducing. It's a simple thing. Don't come and convince and say, you are right. No, I just do it for yourself with your car. I want people to understand that so that when you want to modify to make your car look fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But know that it comes at a cost. If you're okay with that cost, fine. It's just not a situation where after doing that you start complaining. That's what I want people to understand. Gadget, even gadgets, if you might say, it's just an electronic gadget. Let me give you an example. 505. The 505 that have manual window mechanism. The manual window mechanism, the ones that lift the windows or bring it down for the front. Then the ones that have electric motor, or the electric motor for the window operation or control. The one with electric have more weight. Just that small thing that they put inside behind the door card increases the weight of the car. The one that have AC, 505 that have AC they have more weight than the one without AC. Same engine, but just that compressor, condenser, evaporator, all these things, they increase the weight of the car. Now, I want people to understand. So anything, even all this subwoofer we put inside the vehicle, it increases the weight of the car, which also electronics even make it work, because what it does is, even without the weight itself, it drags the compressor. So that's why sometimes if you keep increasing you keep adding gadgets to your vehicle, introducing non-factory gadgets that requires more energy or power to run, you may get a point you might need to upgrade your alternator with more capacity. Otherwise, you just be dragging the alternator, and once your alternator starts dragging, what it means is it will reduce the speed that it rotates. Then the engine will now struggle to drive it. So that struggling is struggling to, the more energy it needs to drive the draggy alternator, the more fuel the engine consumes. So it's not even just about weight. So I want people to understand all these things, so that you now have the knowledge, okay, this is how much you want your car to consume, depending on how you want to use your car. Nothing wrong with that, but I have that understanding, because if you have, once that you have that knowledge, you won't feel bad that, okay, this is what you are doing. Because the person that is complaining, why is my car he's feeling bad, because everything is okay, yeah, the car is consuming more fuel. But when you now understand now, okay, it's because of I put this extra load in the car, because I put these fatter tires, or this bigger rims, or this gadget in the car, or this, that, or bigger engine in the car, or modification I did on my brakes and put bigger calipers, or heavier calipers, or bigger brake disc, this and that, or heavier this, heavier that. Yeah, that's why the consumption increased a bit. Like I said, it could be very significant that it feels uncomfortable, or it could be very significant that you won't really bother, because the difference on the consumption is so low that it doesn't even make much difference, for you to complain about. But now you know. Okay, so I think this brings to the end of the video. So I just wanted to do this, so that some people will say complain after watching this video, with their stupid mentality. It's always about trying to justify why why you are wrong, or why, I don't know. It's not human beings. So you always find something to rationalize your choice. We could be wrong, but then you don't want to be reminded that you are the one causing your problem. It has to be something else. No matter what you do, it can't be your fault. It has to be the mechanic's fault. It has to be Lion King fault. It has to be Peugeot fault. It has to be 406 fault. It can never be your fault. So that's humans. But when such people, if you are a very critical-minded person, don't waste your time with such people. You just cut them off. That's what I do. Once I sense somebody I don't waste time, man. Don't need there are billions, if not trillions, of humans on earth. So why let one or two person drag you down? That's how I operate. Okay, so like I said, let's see how it goes with this live stream something. So now everybody will now have opportunity. You can call, You can do this recorded video. If you have any things, you can list them out that I want to ask, or I want us to just talk about generally concerning Peugeot. I don't want to go be off Peugeot. Yeah, I could mention, we could deviate a little depending on what you want to maybe compare this and that with another brand or this. But don't expect that I will flow with you on that in terms of trying to talk about another car system or which is better, is Peugeot better than this other car. I don't have that time. I will tell you this is what I know concerning Peugeot, you know. So how long the video will last is up to you because it depends on what you want to talk about. It can be very short, it can be long, it's up to you. Depending on how the time at the time, the point is um it's going to be making money for me too. So it's up to you to benefit from it by asking whatever you want to ask. It doesn't mean I'll have all the answers or I know everything concerning Peugeot, but the best I can do is to share whatever I know. Most times I'll tell you, okay, you may have to research on so and so aspect of this, but I have no idea about this yet. Let's go and read up on this, we can find. I will tell you, I won't try. The last thing I'll start doing is trying to, so that I will not look like I don't know. I'll start to tell you the wrong thing. No, I will not do that. If I know it, I'll tell you. If I don't, for example, people come and tell it automatic. I don't know anything about automatic transmission, be it Peugeot or anything. Yeah, I have the basic knowledge. I, I get feedback, kind of issue people have. I also do work with cars that have issues with automatic. I discuss with automatic transmission repairers or experts too. So I have some feedback, but for me to be authoritatively telling you about this and no, I don't. I just give you this is what I know about this automatic. So I can't authoritatively tell you about this is what you experience. But I do know some things people experience, especially when they do this or do that to the automatic transmission, like using the wrong ATF or not changing it on time or this and that. So, okay, so I think that is it for now. So, until next video.